next week. And well, some fantastic adventure opportunities in the state from Gorichen, which is the highest mountain in Arunachal Pradesh, about 6,500 meters, to the many fantastic whitewater rafting rivers to paragliding opportunities. There's also Namdapha in the eastern part of the state, which is an amazing national park as well, and has five of the country's big cats in there as well. Tawang itself is a dream destination, but it's for me personally, it's not just the place. It's also the fantastic, the wonderful, the very warm people, the ever smiling people of Arunachal, which makes a big, huge difference. Um, this convention is really, we are calling it an expedition because it's 6 days. We are traveling to high altitude. So gear up for a real adventure, for a real expedition. We are grateful to the government of Arunachal Pradesh. They are rolling out the green carpet for all of us, the delegates. And I also want to say a big thank you to the team at ATOAI who have been burning the midnight oil. The entire convention team, our secretariat led by Sonam. You will meet all of them next week. So a couple of things before I hand over to my colleagues. Tawang is at high altitude. We are close to 3,500 meters, similar to Leh. For those of you who have been to Leh, plus the other challenges, it is going to be very cold. We are going to high altitude in winter. So please do prepare hard. We are also going to go to Sela Pass, which is about 15,000 feet. So we all need to be in great health. Please get your medical checkups done if you need to, which is the precaution we always take before traveling to high altitude. Even visit a dentist, do whatever you need to do to prepare hard. Again, while we are in Tawang, I just want to mention it is high altitude. So please, ensure that you drink at least 3 liters of water every day, dress in layers, a low fat, high carb, low salt diet always works well at altitude. We have shared a gear list with you, so please do look at that and ensure you have everything on the gear list as well. Most importantly, do bring your sense of humor and your spirit of adventure along to Arunachal Pradesh. We've got some great sessions and speakers lined up for you. We will be telling you more about that. There are some great networking opportunities as well. The Indian Army is supporting us big time as well. So you will get to meet them, interact with them, and see some of the iconic places like Jaswantkar, which will be hosted by the Indian Army. We've also got ASC 360 to ensure all the delegates. So please ensure they will be reaching out to you if they haven't already reached out to you. Please ensure that you have your travel, your medical insurance covered. You have it with you, and also your inner line permit or PAP, protected area permit, as the case may be, right? Also, do read up about this area. It's other than the natural beauty, it's also Tawang especially has a huge amount of historical significance. For instance, His Holiness, the Dalai Lama, the 14th Dalai Lama, when he fled from Tibet, from Lhasa in 1959, he came to India via Tawang. And the Tawang monastery is just absolutely stunning. This will be a net zero conference, and our colleague Paras Lumba is going to talk more about it. But we do want to follow all principles of sustainability here. We will not be using any single-use plastic. Please do bring your water bottles along. We will minimize waste and have a low footprint. Um, in case there are any questions, please do put them on the chat box. Um, so the plan is that WebHub is going to go over all the logistics of the, I beg your pardon, WebHub is going to give you the itinerary and the plan for the 6 days, and Paras is going to take care of all the logistics. And then we will have a question and answer session after that. So may I pass this over to you, Webber?
Thanks, Ajit. Good evening, everyone. Great to see so many familiar faces. Looking forward to seeing you all at Tawang. Like Ajit said, this is more than a convention. It's in fact about three conventions rolled into one. Uh, so it's complex, but we'd love to share with you the agenda and run you through it, and then we can do Q&A after. But most importantly, I'll start with a couple of housekeeping announcements and requests. If you haven't sent us your flight details, please do so today. We have quite a few that are still not filled in. We have already done a handover to Arunachal government. And if anyone has been slacking on this, please make sure that we have your details, your arrival details, your flight details. Like we mentioned, there are only two options: coming in by the 7 o'clock at Guwahati, or coming in a day before if you do not get the proper connection. This is the only way we figured that we can run the convention as per the schedule that I'll run you by shortly. Just make sure that we have this information. The way we travel over the 4 days has been fine-tuned into a grid that we will share with you by the weekend. You will get an email from us giving you details of the vehicle that you will travel in, your fellow delegates who will be in the same car, the driver contact, name, and their number. Yeah, so you'll all be receiving this email by the weekend from us. So everything begins on Tuesday. It's the 3rd of December. We will send you your pickup timings, etc. But everyone who's arriving at the airport by 7 o'clock, as you walk out of the airport, you will see somebody with a badge and a placard which has the logo unit of the convention, easy to spot. They will direct you outside to a particular parking spot where you will be find your vehicles ready waiting for you. You will depart Guwahati. We'll take the Bhalukpong route, and we will do a brunch at Tezpur. So I know it's an early flight. We requested you already carry your 750 ml or more water bottle with you. Carry a snack, pack in a snack at the hotel you're at, or from the airport if you're flying in, because brunch will be at about 10:30, 11. Yeah. And then we have a stop at the Nimas Bhalukpong River Rafting Nodal Center, at which you'll reach by about 2 o'clock. So quick chai there, and then you continue on to Dirang to check into your hotels and early dinner. And it's a long day for everybody. And it's an early start. So the sun rises very, very early in Arunachal. So don't get frightened about these wake up and departure timings. You will be up very early. The sun sets by 4 p.m. 6 o'clock, you have breakfast at your Dirang hotel. We depart for Tawang early. Yeah, we want to hit the road by 6:45. We will stop at Jaswantgarh. It's a little stop on the way for chai and for clean toilets. It's a place where a handful of soldiers from the Garhwal Rifles held off about 300 Chinese, and there's a giant burial site for those men there. A quick trip in to pay homage and pay your respects, and then we move on, arriving at Tawang by about noon, checking into hotels, and then transferring to our main venue, which is the Taj Vivanta at Tawang to reach by about 12:30 onwards. Sorry. We have fam trips. We have two fam trips that would have left already and will be ending their FAMs on the 4th of December. They will reach around the same time. There is lunch and networking at the main convention hall at the Taj, Vivanta. We will have the inauguration of the exhibition and member networking continuing till the start of the event at 3 o'clock. There's a formal welcome of dignitaries. There's a welcome address by Ajit. There's a felicitation before the actual inauguration of the convention. There's an address by Secretary Tourism, Government of Arunachal, followed by a film addressed by the Honorable MLA, Shri Namgit Sering. We also have Lieutenant General Rakesh Kapoor, the Deputy Chief of the Army Staff, gracing the occasion, and he will have an address as well, followed by the Honorable Minister of Tourism, Shri Pasang Dorje Sona. And then the Honorable Chief Minister of Arunachal Pradesh will also be there, Shri Pema Khandu, followed by a vote of thanks by Manjunath R. Shri. We have keynote address at our convention by Shri Rohit Kapoor. He's on call and looking forward to hearing you speak, Rohit. The main deliverable at the convention is ATOI presenting the roadmap and toolkit to the Honorable Tourism Minister. This is the start of a great journey for the state to handle and manage its natural resources within the ambit of leisure and eco and adventure tourism. And so this is a big moment for Arunachal and for us, and we are honored to have been chosen to be able to do that. We have a great evening where we, felicitate people in the adventure travel industry. There's the awards at 5:10. We also have a great amplification booth with our partners at Outlook, and so at the convention venue, you must go out and hang out with them, get your interviews, get some videos done. Tell us what you think about Arunachal, how you can help Arunachal, and how you like the whole event. And this will continue for 2 days, so please make sure that you're there. You can talk about your products, you can talk about yourselves. So that's a great opportunity that we have there for you at Tawang. Moving on to December 5th, we have an early start, 5:30 to 7. These are options. It's an optional. You can visit the Tawang Monastery in the morning, early breakfast, and transfer to the convention venue. We kick off the day with Gustavo Timo with latest trends in adventure travel. Seth Quigg and Nicole Blazer will talk about leveraging industry for the humanitarian sector. Ajit is going to talk about rethinking India and adventure tourism. We have a great talk by Akshay Shah for being ready for adventure, followed by Vishwas, immediate past president, talking about excellence in adventure travel. Colonel Ramin Jamwal, a living legend, soldier who runs NEMAS, will talk about adventures across India's frontiers. Michael Lemmel is going to cover possibly mapping India's mega trails. Kim Hartland is going to talking Tawang and more. He's been traveling to India since 1992 on some of the first commercial expeditions into India. The exhibition space continues, the B2B marketplace and interactions continue through lunch. And then, we have the third session. This is a packed day, but very packed very well. So everything's interesting. I think you'll like it. The future of Arunachal Adventure. It's a panel discussion with Coach Mama, John Payne, Nino Dai, Kim Hartland, Sering Wange, moderated by our convention chairman, Oken Tayang. We have a very interesting talk by Lawrence Stover. She's coming all the way from the US, from the Association of Challenge Course Technology. Arunachal has a great future with challenge courses as its leisure tourism industry grows over time. So very interesting topic here. We have Rency Thomas, who's doing a talk on pushing the boundaries, fighting arthritis and paddling all the way from Devprayag to Ganga Sagar. Gaurav Kumar is going to talk about from leads to adventure technology that can drive sales, help you drive sales. followed by presentations from states, Ministry of Tourism, the state of Uttarakhand, Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat, and Punjab. I have a little talk about arresting accident rates and preventing commoditization of the outdoors, and followed by a couple more presentations by Mayfair, our partners for hotels, and IHCL in Tawang. They're our partners there at this fabulous venue that I'm sure you'll enjoy. Uh, Standards for adventure tourism in India are going to be changing, going through a sea change. So we have a lovely talk by BIS on the future of adventure tourism. And then we roll on to the valedictory session, which is presentation of FAM videos, followed by discussions led by Sanjay Basu, Paras Lumba, Neeraj Bhatt, Randeep Gupta, Shekhar Babu, Amit Periwal, moderated by Sheldon Santwan. It'll focus on mainly the strategy and initiatives to develop tourism in Arunachal Pradesh. This will be followed by an address by the Secretary of Tourism. And then we have all the presidents of associations and federations, Shri Ajay Parekh, Prakash, Mr. Amresh Tiwari, Bobby Sani ji, Brigadier Ashok Abbey, Captain Sudesh Kumar, and Ajit will lead this discussion with quick thoughts on what they can do for Arunachal Pradesh. An address by Indian Mountaineering Foundation will be followed by a vote of thanks and a talk by Ajit and Oken, winding up the convention. Some spaces for photographs, some last bits of bites and video interviews, and a gala dinner before we head off to our hotels. The sixth is interesting. It's you have early breakfast, and then you have a 0700 to about a 2 o'clock day going up to Bumla, where the Chinese border lies and where the Tibetan plateau sort of begins. So it's high. It's going to be cold. It's going to be high. So if your doctor clears you, you're definitely welcome to join. And if you don't feel like going too high that day, or you shouldn't, we will have an alternate plan for you. So we will figure this out in the coming 10 days. And if you feel that you can't go on and want to subscribe to the alternate plan, do drop us a line. Yeah. And then there's free time for local sightseeing. There's a lovely winery. You can explore Tawang and the monastery. There's some evening networking back at the conference venue and a final gala dinner before we depart for our respective hotels. Now we begin to backtrack on the 7th of December. We will be heading back to Dirang. En route, we'll visit the magnificent Jung Falls and the Jaswangarh Memorial if you missed it on the way up. And we reach Nemas for lunch, which is a fabulous facility headed by Colonel Ranveer Jamwal. He will give us a guided tour of the facility, a talk on what they offer. And we have a lovely farewell dinner at Dirang. And that's our last night together. And the next morning, early departures. We have an early 5 o'clock tea and packed breakfast, and then head out back to Guwahati Airport with tea and snacks on the way, and then a brunch and a toilet break en route. You should be booking your flights for any time 6 p.m. onwards, like we requested, and you should land in Delhi that night on Sunday, December 8th. So that's pretty much a run through of events. I'll roll this on to young Paras, who's actually helped us so much in sorting logistics out here. Paras, will you take this on further?
Yes, sir. Sorry, my video is not there. I'm not in a good area, but I am sure every one of you can hear me well. I'll just give a brief, just probably repeat some of the logistics because I see some of the questions coming in. Probably I can answer one question straight away that everyone who is coming on the convention has registered for the convention, be it the speakers or the delegates or the media, whoever it is. They will get their ILP and whatever permits by ATOAI in the next few days. Number one. Number two, you'll also be shared your vehicle details, the vehicle contact number of the driver, and the hotels you'll be staying in Dirang and Tawang to you directly. So you don't have to coordinate, but this is for your reference so that the day you land, you know exactly what will happen. Some of the thing is, if you are coming on third and landing in the morning of third, which is 6:50 or 7 o'clock arrival in Guwahati, there will be a airport welcome team. So look out for placards which says ATOAI Convention. This team is comprised of Arunachal Pradesh tourism staff and ATOAI staff. So there will be 6, 7 people, few inside the airport to receive you, and a few outside the airport to help you guide to your vehicle. Those coming on the second will have to go to a specific parking spot which have been arranged by Toy in partnership with the Arunachal Tourism, so that everyone can come to one specific place to be picked up. Those staying at Pemaling and Mayfair will be picked up from the respective hotels, because the number of people staying in these hotels who are coming as delegates or invitees are huge. So this is for your reference. Number one, if you have enough time to come out of the airport, we should be people coming landing at 7 o'clock. Try to be out of the airport by 7:45 if all goes well. If your flight is not, there's no fog issues, or there's no delay in your luggage. But in case there's a fog, if your flight is coming in late, do not worry. We won't leave you back in Guwahati. We will take you along with us. And because every vehicle which has been assigned, it's been done in a very nice, efficient manner. We have 3 people per vehicle, which is good. So we can actually have easy movement. But we'll be going in batches. That doesn't mean that your vehicle will independently go to Dirang. There will be a batch comprisation which you'll get to know on that very day. So it will be a batch of 7 or 8 vehicles going together. The drive from Guwahati Airport to the first place for the lunch or brunch is 4 hours. So it's important you freshen up at the airport, whatever you can. And the ones who have already arrived a day before, have your breakfast at your respective hotels by 7:15, 7:30, so you are ready to go. The journey to Dirang is 10 hours. So it's very important that you're mentally prepared to undertake this journey. The roads are fantastic. The landscape changes. You cross Brahmaputra, you get into the jungles of Balakpung, you get into the lovely tunnel just before Bomdila, and we expect you all to reach if you follow and we're disciplined in the orders given. As Ajit sir said, it's an expedition for us. We should be hitting Dirang by before the sun sets, which is around 6 o'clock or 5:30 possibly. The dinners at all the people staying at their individual hotels will be at the hotels itself. You don't have a centralized dinner on the 3rd of December at Dirang. You leave early again on the 4th of December, because we have to be at Tawang by afternoon. We'll have the lunch at Tawang, and then the inauguration and other things happen, which Weber was already mentioned in detail. Uh, Make sure you carry your own water bottles. At all the pit stops, you'll get the opportunity to refill your bottles. We are trying to avoid plastic as much as we can. So as all of us are operators, I request you to carry at least one bottle of 750 ml. If you want to drink more water, please carry 2, 3 bottles, how much you want. Carry a fleece in the backpack, at least for the first day, as we hit Dirang. But of course, when you move out from Dirang to Tawang, we expect a bigger jacket, a more fluffier, or I don't expect a down jacket, but at least few layers if you can pack would be great. We will not be stopping in between during the journey. Hence, we ask you to freshen up whatever pit stops you get in the way. Uh, I think that should be enough. If I'm missing out, these are very initial details, and once you're at Tawang, you'll get briefed more. I don't want to confuse you by adding more details to it. These are the first 2 days of details. And yes, all the details of the vehicle number, who will be traveling with you, where you will be staying, will be all provided to you in the next few days, along with the permits. Vero, sir?
I think we are ready for the question and answer session. Weber, would you like to add anything to that?
No, this is good, Ajit. My only request was, yes, any information that we don't have, please share it with us this week, preferably today, as we just have this working week to sort stuff out. Yeah, no, there are lots of questions about permits. You do not have to worry about permits. We will process your permits, and we will also share them with you once they're done. But the government is running this with us. The check post at Bhalukpong will be informed. And we will, if we get those in time, we will share them with you as well for you to keep them with you for posterity. I can't, Sonam, will you go through this? I can't seem to see the screen very clearly.
I can take it up.
The question is about ILPs and PAPs. So ILP is the inner line permit, which all Indians need. And please ensure you've all sent us your Aadhaar cards over the next couple of days. Like Vaibhav and Paras said, you will get it. And PAP is the protected area permit for foreign nationals. And for that, we need some details like passports, visas, etc. And please do share PAPs, I know, are all taken care of. But ILPs, in case you haven't sent us your Aadhaar card, please do that today itself. Yeah.
So can I come in, Ajit?
Could you just wait, please, Bobby? We'll finish and then we'll go ahead and answer. Yeah. Or if you have specific questions, we'd suggest you put it on the chat, please, Bobby.
All
Yeah?
right. All right. All right.
Go ahead, Paras.
Sir, regarding the weather is going to be cold. Yes, you can expect snow at that time. So be prepared to have a beanie with you and the kind of jackets and the kind of warm clothing you normally use. In terms of altitude sickness, not a problem. It's a gradual, upgrade to the next level. So we are going slowly. And Tawang is at a okay altitude. But as Ajit sir mentioned, that you may want to get yourself checked in case you are having any issues of hypertension or blood pressure, and take the advice from your doctor. So yeah, and the convention is happening at Taj Vivanta. It is centrally space heated. So then the 3 days or the 2 days initially, we are in a perfect place, and all the hotels where you will be staying, you will be provided the heaters and the warming appliances, whatever is available, space heating appliances. So that is also being taken care of. All the meals during the convention is being taken care of. All the transport to the convention center from your respective hotels is also being taken care of. We have made vehicle grouping in such a way that whoever you're traveling with is staying at your hotel. So that doesn't create confusion of getting picked up at multiple places. That's about it, sir.
Great. If you have questions, could we suggest you put them on the chat, and we'll do our best to answer all your questions.
I must compliment you all, Ajit, you, Vaibhav, and Paras, for very, very, professionally outlining each and every point in details. Normally, I am a person who always has 2-3 questions lined up in case of my lesser understanding on these schedules. But thank you, all you three dignitaries, very well presented. And God bless us all. We should be enjoying the journey of 7-8 days together. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bobby ji. I'm going to request Paras to once again tell us a little bit more. You will hear about it in detail from him during the convention. But about this net zero initiative, this is something we are very proud of. And Paras, another bit of information about this, I think would be fantastic.
Ajit sir, I just lost you. You mentioned about the net zero details. You mentioned, correct?
Yes. Yes.
So everyone, we are using around 45 vehicles during the convention. So we know exactly which vehicle we are using, the amount of kilometers being used. So we are calculating the carbon footprint as much as we can, as accurately as we can. We have a list of the flight details of all the people coming in, and also we are taking account the footprint of the hotel and the backup in case the light goes off at Tawang Convention Center. What will be the amount of diesel consumed? Also, we're taking account your individual hotel footprint, which is basically the electricity consumption during your heater switched on and the geyser switched on. We are trying to calculate the water footprint as well, and we're trying to amend as much as we can in terms of trying to go away with single-use plastic and any kind of plastics during the use of the convention. On the 6th evening, we plan to have the details available, and we will be probably working on a compensation of the carbon footprint, whatever we are able to generate, and either do it through a project, a carbon project in Northeast or around India, which goes into proper use. And the idea is to try and make this a net zero convention. First of all, try and put in as much, insets, you say, which is trying to create measures and methods so that we don't have a huge footprint. But we, at the same time, the journey is long, and there are no the only way to reach in time is go on vehicles. So by using good new vehicles for this, so that the diesel consumption as low as possible. And
we lost Paris there, but yeah, we are very excited about this net zero initiative. We did this last year as well, and this was during our convention in Gujarat at the Statue of Unity, and this is what we plan to do every year moving forward. Yeah. So just looking at the questions, you do not need to carry crampons. In terms of money, yes, you cash and cards will work. What are the other questions? Yeah, and our entire team. Sonam, can you just come on board, all of you, and say hello? Yeah, they are our backbone who've been working 24/7 on this convention. Sonam, can we request all of you to just come and say hello to all the delegates so they can put a name to a face and a face to a name?
Yes, sir.
Sonam, could all of you please introduce yourselves?
Good evening, all. I'm Sonam. Can you all see me?
Yes.
Okay. Guys, come over.
Yes.
So this is the team that I'm Sonam. I head the administration for ATOI, and we're working, as Ajit sir said, we are burning the midnight oil to ensure everything is in place. And I hope, once the convention starts, all the delegates are met with the sort of promises that we have made to all of you. And in case if there are any questions, you all can reach out to us. And this is the team. It's me here, and then we have Sonali and Rekha, Kajal, Pawan. So we are the team who are working at the back end to ensure that the convention is a smooth sailing process. Thank you.
Also,
Hello.
our executive committee, convention committee, Ronnie, Shekhar, Neerath, all of you who are here, can all of you just say hello? So they've at least we can facilitate an e-meeting quickly. Ronnie, who all are there from our team? Yograj, Shekhar.
Hello.
Guys, please introduce yourselves.
Hello, all. I'm Yog.
Hi, this is Milind.
Hi, Shekhar here.
All right. Any other points, Vaibhav, Paras, Sonam, or we will be in touch with you and we'll share the schedule and this recording plus the logistics note with all of you. Thank you so much and looking forward to meeting you all next week.
Ajit.
Hello. कोई question तो पूछते हैं. Hello, I have a question.
Please go ahead.
Hello, can I speak?
Yes, please.
Okay, and this is Rani Puri. I have a small clarification. In your main agenda for the conference, you say pre-tour arrive Tawang on 4th as the other members. But in the pre-tour programs, we return to Tawang on 3rd, one day before. So what is the confusion?
There is no confusion, Raniji. After spending a night at Zimithang, you're coming into Tawang and looking around Tawang as well. And you're joining the main convention on the 4th.
But we arrived Tawang on 3rd.
That's right. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Bye.
And well,
Ajit sir, may I clear that out?
please, Yog, why don't you go ahead? You're leading the fan.
Yeah. Thank you. Nani ma'am will be reaching on Tawang on 3rd, and 3rd you will be staying in Tawang and enjoying the local equations over there, and then 4th we'll join mission. Is that clear, Nani ma'am?
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, Ajit.
Thank you,
Ajit,
Nani
can
ma'am.
you hear me?
Yes, please go ahead. Yeah.
Can you hear me? Sorry, I'm outside. Can you hear me?
Please go ahead. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Yes, okay. So I just thought I'll inform everyone here. You probably, some of you would be just wondering that Tawang is very high. Yes, no doubt, it's about almost 3050 meters. But it is, the good thing about Tawang when you go is that it's all within the tree line. So that is a big difference. You will see a lot of greenery en route. And of course, you will see, patches of, especially when you're crossing Sela and beyond. But by far and large, the tree line is pretty high. So that would, be comforting to a lot of people who might be thinking that it is something like Ladakh, when you land and there is just no tree there at all. So the terrain here is slightly different. That's all, Ajit. I've spent 4.5 years in this area, and so it's a lovely area. And like you rightly brought out, it's something everyone remember. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was Brigadier Ashok Abe, who's our patron of ATOAI. I just got a call from Mr. Oken Tayang, who's the convention chairperson, also our host in Arunachal Pradesh. So, Oken, would you like to say a few words to the team, please?
Yes. I just surfaced to a network area. I'm really sorry for missing the good part of the meeting. So, we almost there, very close to the convention, and lots of excitement, lots of expectations. So I just got a call from the Minister of Tourism himself, just trying to ensure that everything is in order. So I think it's looking good. And just as Brigadier has pointed out, you come with an open mind. It's a new area. And, the topography, the terrain is, I think slightly different from what you guys have seen before. And anything you want to know, or if anybody wants to talk to me personally, I'm most happy to take a call from any of you, and looking forward. Yeah.
Great. Thank you so much, Oken, and thank you for all the hard work that you've done. So we will be in touch with all of you. I believe your questions have pretty much been taken care of. If there's one or two questions, then we are happy to answer them. Weber Oken is also here, and Paris. So any other questions? Dilshad, you don't need a sleeping bag. Your bedding will be taken care of. Yeah.
Hi, Ajit. Navneet here. The slides on the screen were a very small font, things to bring and do's and don'ts and stuff. Can that be shared on WhatsApp?
On the delegates group. Yes, Navneet. Yes.
Thank you.
The schedule, the logistics, even a recording of this session will be shared.
Yeah, I did one other thing. Kindly add the New Secretary Tourism and the director's number in all the convention group. They want to be part of everything that's going on right now. So if you can kindly add them in the WhatsApp group, both the secretary and the director.
Sure. we'll have that taken care of. Okay.
Thank you.
Great. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much, and see you next week. Thank you. Bye-bye. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Bye.
boys.
See you. Bye. Bye.
Thank you.